back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Evelyn, and today I'm going to be doing a hair review. Well, it's like a 6-month update hair review on this hair that I have in my head right now. But before I get to the tea and just my experience with this hair, if you haven't subscribed and been part of the Evelyn gang, what are you doing? Be a part of the gang, and hit the subscribe button. Make sure you also comment, like, repost, tell your friends, tell your sister, tell your cousin. But let's get into it. Alright, so before I start talking about this hair, I just want to mention a couple things so that way when you see certain things, don't get freaked out. Now, the first thing is first, this. Listen, I know it looks ghetto as fuck, but let me tell you guys something. All right, we're in quarantine and none of the nail salons where I live at are open, so therefore I have to learn how to do my own nails myself. And this side looks really pretty, but this side didn't look so great. So I just thought in my head, hey, you know, this is usually my selfie hand. Why don't I just leave this alone and maybe not touch this side? The second thing is, this is actually, it's been a long time since I've done a bob, and I've actually cut a bob. So this bob is not perfect, to be honest. I kind of wish I didn't cut this part, because this would have made this bob look super duper on fleek. But what can we do? You know, we make mistakes and we grow from them. So it is what it is. So the hair that I purchased was from a hair company called Eullair hair, and it's spelled E-U-L-L-A-I-R. I purchased it in November 14, 2019. It was supposed to be for my birthday, which is December 20th. Shipping came, it took like 4 or 5 days for it to ship. Like, when I tell you shipping is quick, shipping was quick. I'll give them that. Shipping was hella quick. I ordered 613 hair, the style straight. So it was 3 18-inch bundles and a 16-inch frontal, and the frontal was 13 by 4. So the total of this hair, I think it was around 200 something dollars, two and change, 212, right? When I first got the hair, I did make a very initial review about this hair on my Instagram, and I said that the hair, I wasn't really impressed with the hair because I felt like they kind of cheated me off with the length. The bundles were thick at the top, but when you run your hand through the bundle, it gets drastically thinner. If I'm paying for an 18-inch bundle, it should be 18 inches from root to tip, not root and like strands of 18 inches towards the tip. So that was one of the things I did notice. I also noticed that the ends were extremely dry, which means I would have to cut the hair. So again, my 18-inch bundle ended up being more like a 16-inch because I had to cut inches off of the hair because the hair at the ends of the hair were extremely damaged and it just looked really stringy. It didn't have a funny smell. It smelled like anything, and the hair was easy to wash it was easy to wash at the time. My birthday comes around and I'm trying to be a bad bitch. B-I-C-T-H, and in that order. Like, ain't nobody telling me nothing on my birthday, you feel me? I'm trying to be glammed up. I'm trying to be mature, sexy, 22 baddie. So I tried curling this hair and I realized I can't curl the hair. Repeat that again. I can't curl this hair. Out of all the 613 journeys I've ever been on and all the 613 disasters I've ever been on, they all curled. They all took the heat and they made that curl. This hair did not. I just didn't understand. So now we're going into New Year's. So I decided to wear this hair again for New Year's, and I decided to straighten it. So I straighten it and I realized that the hair, when I straighten it, it's getting extremely dry. So like when I straighten the hair with the heat on high, it's like getting really dry. The ends are getting really fuzzy. The ends are just looking really bad. So I'm like, okay, so I cut a little bit more of the ends off of the hair. So now we're fast forwarding into May. Yes, we're in May now, and I still have this hair on my head. And so I decided to cut it into a bob. And why did I decide to cut it into a bob? Because I just got sick and tired of it looking dusty and crusty. I honestly love the color of the hair. I love that it's flattering on my skin tone. However, I would have preferred it on different bundles. For real, I would have preferred it on different bundles because this hair just wasn't cutting it. When I washed the hair and conditioned it, the hair felt really dry and really damaged. No surprise there. After I conditioned the hair, I let it air dry. Again, very dry, very brittle, very damaged. Still, no surprise there. And I decided to blow dry it out because I didn't want to put too much heat to it. So I blow dried it out in medium heat and just tried my best to get this hair as smooth as possible and still very flowy. That actually worked, so I'm happy about that. Then after when I did all the cutting and everything, like in the styling and everything like that, I decided to flat iron the hair one more time because I honestly really just wanted my hair flat ironed and just looking gorgeous and pretty and just flawless, right? So this is where things take a turn. So instead of me usually flat ironing my hair in 450, 500 degree heat or 480 degree heat, I flat ironed the hair this time in 250 heat. And when I tell you that this hair move just was perfect when I flat ironed it in 250 heat, it was perfect. So I'm sitting here thinking in my head like, all the other times I flat ironed this hair, I flat ironed it in 450, you know, the high temperature heats. The hair smelled like it was burning. The hair was sticking to other pieces of hair. I literally would have to comb it out. The ends were frizzy and dry. But when I flat iron it in 250 heat, it comes out perfect. Pros of this hair: it takes hair color very well. Doesn't shed as much as you think it would. For blonde hair, it actually doesn't shed at all. It like you get the bare minimum of shedding. And even when it does shed, the hair is really still very thick, so you kind of can get away with it. Now I'm just saying, I'm saying this now because my hair is in a bob, so like this is thick. This is a lot of hair, right? You're getting a lot of hair right here. Compared to when it was like 18 inches. Lace isn't that bad, to be honest. On this side you can see it because I didn't really do a good job covering it or disguising it. But on this side you can barely see it, which is a good thing, right? Now we're gonna talk about the cons. And baby girl, there's a lot of cons. Okay, cool. So the first con about this hair is that this hair is not human hair. It's just mixed. There's some human hair in this hair, and then there's also some synthetic shits in this hair. When you're dealing with 613 hair, when I've dealt with 613 hair in many cases, and I've dealt with a lot of AliExpress 613 hair, never once have I had to change the heat temperature from 450 to 250. Never, ever. And I've had hair that was ash blonde, which was even more chemically processed than this hair. So that tells you something. Second con about this hair is that the hair is dry. The hair was dry when I first got it, and I'm pretty sure if you buy this hair, the hair gonna be dry too. Don't think because I got bad hair and it was dry and it was disgusting and the ends were thin, you're gonna get some top-notch good quality ass hair. No girl, you're not. If my hair was dry, your hair gonna be dry too. The third con about this hair, when they gave me the hair, they gave me the ends were extremely thin. The cuticles were not aligned, and it was not 18 inches to the full amount. It looked processed, it looked cheap, and on top of that, it reminded me of Remy hair that could be dyed at the beauty supply store. It's just, I don't know. Would I recommend this hair to a friend? Absolutely not. I would not recommend this hair to a friend. This hair does have longevity. I feel like this hair is definitely a hassle because it's too much to maintain. Like, I had to do so much work just to get this hair just to curl, just to keep a curl, and it couldn't do that. And on top of that, I had to drop the heat temperature just so the hair can be wearable and doesn't look crazy. It's just too much. It was just too much I had to do. Versatility of this hair is horrible. Don't ever think that there's ever gonna be versatility in this hair, because you're not gonna get that. I'm convinced that all their hair is like this, and to be honest, it sucks because I don't want to have this type of mentality, but at the same time, you know, when you give customers bad quality hair, they kind of don't want to buy anything from them ever again. Like, you know, and I guess it's my mistake because I should have done more of my research. But of course, I was on YouTube and I didn't see any bad reviews about this hair. So I thought, oh, okay, bet it's gonna be lit. Wonderful. Let me try Eullair hair. It's gonna be the best hair in the world. It's gonna be a bomb. My birthday was gonna be bomb.com. And it was kind of like, it was, I mean, I looked cute. I still was a bad bitch. Don't get me wrong. But it wasn't what I envisioned. And that's what hurt. That was probably the letdown that started this catalyst of letdowns. I wouldn't recommend this hair to a friend. If you are just a person who's just looking for a fashion color, or you're just looking for a quick blonde hair wig, I still wouldn't recommend this hair, because I honestly feel like the money that I pay for doesn't amount to the quality that I got. Yes, of course, and yes, this hair does have longevity, and yes, it is now thick because I cut it. But if I still have 18 inches in my head right now, you guys would probably be disappointed. If I can rate this hair from 1 to 10, what would I rate this hair as? And I would definitely rate this hair as a 6. Has potential, but it's just not there, and to be honest, I wouldn't pay the price for this hair again, because I've actually had AliExpress hair that actually was cheaper, that actually provided better quality than what this hair provided. Like, don't let the luster now and the color and everything fool you, because I actually had to put work in for this hair to look like this, or look close to this. 3 days of work, 3 days of hard work and flat ironing and blow drying and getting the kinks out and delicately detangling hair to get to this point. So yeah, that's about it for this video. I know I said a lot of stuff, and I'm pretty sure I leave other stuff out, but hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope it's good insight, because I don't really think people are really talking about the actual nitty-gritty of hair and their own personal experiences with this hair. Like, I feel like a lot of YouTube gurus, a lot of hair YouTube gurus, they talk about the hair and they talk about how to use the hair, and the hair is so lovely, and they only talk about it for like the first 2 weeks, but they don't really talk about like what happens to the hair after the 6th month, or like the 7th month, or the 4th month. Like, the hair just disappears. It just doesn't go nowhere. So yeah, this is my honest review, and I'm sticking with it. Alright guys, so that's the end of this video. If you want more videos just like this, make sure you comment down below. I hope everybody is doing okay during quarantine. I hope you're staying safe and you always got a mask on. I love you guys. Thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you guys in my next one.